that I like about living in Madrid is that it's really easy to go take a day trip outside of the city for a bit, and there's a lot to see all around the city. Today I decided to get away for a bit, and I went to the small town of Aranjuez. It's not so small, but in comparison to Madrid, it feels small. Anyways, Aranjuez is known for a royal palace being here, as well as some really beautiful gardens and fountains. So I'm just here checking that out, taking a bit of a walk. It wasn't that hard to get to, maybe an hour by train. I had to take a couple of metros too. But here I am, so I'm going to spend a little while here before heading back home. This year, 2020, is going to be kind of a big year for me. I need to make some important decisions, do some life planning. So one of the reasons why I wanted to get away today is just to take some time to think, to process, but also to pray and listen to God. So that's something that's very important to me. I want to follow what God's will is for my life. So that's something that I always strive to do. And one of the ways to do that is just to listen and see what He's doing in my life now. Try to notice His moving, His presence, but also what He might want to show me. So one of the things I've been thinking about is intentionality and what it looks like to be intentional. I think a lot of people just kind of coast through life, taking it as it comes, one day at a time, and honestly, sometimes that's all you can handle. On the other side of the scale, a lot of people worry too much about the future. They're always thinking of 10 years ahead, and worried that things aren't going to turn out the way they want them to. But when they're doing that, they also miss out on life as it is now, and the good things and blessings that they have to enjoy in the moment. So you have to live the day you're in, but also be looking forward to what's to come, and also deciding what you want. Try to think ahead a few decades and decide, if I was at that age now, what would I want to remember? What would I want my life to be like? And kind of work backwards from there, so that you're making the right decisions now, so that when you do get to that age, you have fewer regrets. I know that's a bit deeper than maybe you were looking for with a channel that talks about food and being vegetarian. But I think being vegetarian, or just making some changes to your diet, no matter what those look like, is one way of exercising intentionality. It's one step along that path. So say up to this point you haven't lived very intentionally, haven't been purposeful in the decisions that you make, or maybe you don't make your own decisions, you let other people make decisions for you. I think choosing to make a small change, like what you eat, is a great way to get started. It's something to help you practice, to be more aware of the choices that you make just in general. So for me, for instance, just being vegetarian, I noticed right away, like first week, every single meal, I'm making a choice. Am I going to continue with this lifestyle that I've chosen, or am I going to revert back to my old habits, back to the way things were in the past? So it really makes you focus more on the moment, but also what you want your life to be like in the future. Just some thoughts for today. I'm gonna stop talking and take a little wander. So I decided to leave the park because the parkland actually doesn't allow food to be brought in, and that's how they keep it so clean. So it's a protected area, and I've been walking for quite a while. I wish I had one of those things that tracks your steps or something, because I'm feeling pretty hungry and really wish I knew how far I'd actually walked. This is primarily a vegetarian foodie type of channel, so you know, it is called Emily Eats Veggies, so I thought I should probably show you the snacks that I brought today. I need a mid-morning snack to keep me going, especially with all this walking, so let's see what I've got. So first thing is I've got a banana in here. So this is my homemade hummus I made yesterday, and some carrot sticks to dip in it. And I've got this little silicone bag. This was actually a gift. It's a baggie made out of silicone that is reusable, and you can use it for sandwiches, snacks, whatever, chips. And if I can open it, in there I've got some nuts, so check that out. Yeah, so a little bit of protein, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of crunchy, pretty good snack. All right, so I found this bench to relax for a little bit. There you go. On my way into the train station now. Just one more thought that I wanted to talk about is part of this area actually used to be hunting grounds, royal hunting grounds for the king. And I was actually surprised how much wildlife I saw in the park. I lost track of how many birds. There were squirrels, cats, peacocks. It made me wonder how much wildlife was there here before all the people moved in, you know? And it's a good reminder that having these park reserves or wildlife reserves is still important, so that wildlife can continue to thrive and flourish in the area. You know, we don't have to force them out. The ecosystem and the environment needs these animals, so we have to live together. So thanks for joining me for this little adventure today. I did a lot more walking than I expected, but it's time for me to get back home. So I'll see you guys next time. See ya.